What's good, everyone? Welcome to the channel. Dedicated content from your guy, Jonathan Mathis, the sports judge. The AFC Championship is set. Bills at Chiefs. The Bills are back to the AFC title game, facing the same team that always beat them in the playoffs. They own them. This is where every year we're talking about it being Josh Allen versus Patrick Mahomes. Like, people only talk about the two quarterbacks. It's the storyline, right? Who has the most pressure? Will this be the year Josh Allen beats Mahomes? They're putting the pressure on Josh Allen, particularly because he can't seem to outshine Mahomes in the playoffs. So everything else kind of gets lost in a sense, and we're not talking about another key component that could be vital to the team's success. It's like, okay, the Bills defense is something I'm going to be watching because we know they haven't been able to slow down the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. You know, the Bills are going to do something differently, have more tricks up their sleeves. You look at the numbers, the Bills were not able to slow down the Ravens again. You might think back and remember early in the year when the Ravens, Derrick Henry, ran for 80 yards on the first play. He ran all over them for 199 yards and a touchdown. The folks in Buffalo are probably getting tired of people bringing that up. The one difference in the divisional game versus the Ravens, the takeaways, turnovers. Obviously, that was the big story. But all the numbers, the yards per play, the Ravens moved the ball quite effortlessly. And here's the problem with this defense or whatnot. On that side of the ball, they fail when they need it. The defense falls short in the playoffs. The play calling becomes predictable and frustrating in high leverage situations, especially. Numbers don't always tell the whole story, but you look at those numbers and they don't lie. The Bills defense gives up 20.8 points per game to the Chiefs in the regular season, and in the playoffs, those numbers double. In games that matter, they're giving up 35.7 points per game to the Chiefs. I thought what they did defensively this time around was encouraging versus the Baltimore Ravens. The defense showed something that should have Bills fans hyped. And, you know, most concerningly was the defense. A scheme all the time couldn't make up for what they were missing. Yes, they are critically flawed and hopelessly committed to their weakness on that side of the ball. What was noticeably absent was what we saw from that Bills defense on Sunday. Their response on that side of the ball was the type of vibe that comes with a sense of belief. The Bills defense in that game, they showed up in a big way with the attitude and conviction to be able to stop the run, which I firmly believe now that they proved they can handle the Chiefs. I'm looking at what in totality they did schematically, the changes they made, which were massive. It made a huge difference. This is a totally different Bills team the Chiefs will be facing. In all facets, Buffalo's defense looks like it's in a much better spot than it was earlier in the season. It was a huge shift from what they've done over the course of the regular season. You can beat any team playing as good as they did last weekend versus the Ravens. The defense plays a lot of zone. Yeah, they play man sometimes as well, but they are a predominantly zoned defense that utilizes Taron Johnson at nickel a very high percentage of the time. In that game versus the Ravens, they came out and completely changed their scheme in a way that they blitzed more, the highest rate since 2021, and played a lot of man coverage behind it. It just illustrates how good this defense is when they fight fire with fire. So we know what they're capable of. This team is built around Josh Allen and the offense. But in order to beat Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, the Bills defense has to almost certainly shut it down completely for Mahomes and company. You may want to do better on third downs, by the way. Buffalo struggled to defend on third down. But they also, on several occasions, took the ball away from Lamar Jackson and forcing 3 turnovers on the day and had 10 points off those takeaways. Safety Taylor Rapp was back and made his presence felt with an interception early. Devon Miller fumble was huge. The veteran linebacker Von Miller also joined the fun and recovered a fumble. And linebacker Terrell Bernard caused a recovered fumble. The one thing I'll be watching for in the Bills-Chiefs AFC Championship game, or the one player I'm watching, is Matt Milano. I think he's their impact player. And with him physically being close to form, getting up to speed, I expect him to do a lot of spying on Mahomes on Sunday. This is the one player the Bills D has missed. He's the chaos creator. He's got that ability to blow plays up. Have him as the spy on Mahomes. I thought Milano really did an awesome job for a good majority of the game spying on Lamar. That will be one of the strategies deployed, a spy defender. You have one of the best off-ball linebackers, and his versatility in zone coverage and locking down bigger targets has been extremely valuable to a Bills team that plays a lot of man and zone matching coverages. The biggest question mark was, are they big enough? Are they strong enough? Are they going to be able to stop the Chiefs? They have the talent. They have the strength. The toughness is there. Part of what makes the Bills' defensive showing against any opponent so tough is how well Terrell Bernard and Matt Milano work together and separately in their specific roles. Based on what we've seen from him, Milano's positive showing is a continuing trend. And I thought what the Bills did so well was utilize a variety of tactics to create havoc and negative plays in the run game, especially, and in turn, disrupted Lamar Jackson and the Ravens' passing game. Masterful game plan and strategy to neutralize one of the league's most exciting offenses. Several standout plays made the day much more challenging for the Ravens. The Jordan Phillips addition has quietly been massive for the Bills. He's a plus on the interior. There was a lot of chatter on how the Bills defense wouldn't be able to hold up. Turns out the defense was the difference in the game last Sunday. With the game and their Super Bowl dreams on the line, the Bills defense will have to once again deliver. I wasn't concerned with the Bills offense. I was concerned with the defense. Your best way forward to beat the Kansas City Chiefs, because we all know what the offense is going to do, put up points. But your best way forward to beat them is the defense showing up, stepping up, and giving some support, making big plays. A big talking point going into this one on Sunday is whether or not the Bills defense can step up and stop the Kansas City Chiefs. Not being able to stop them in the postseason raises questions. There's still some issues on that side of the ball, but again, they stole the show, emerged with several critical stops and takeaways. It's going to be interesting to watch. I'm looking forward to that Matt Milano matchup against Patrick Mahomes. I think this defense is going to show up and show out. I think they're going to play a lot better than what they have in the past against the Kansas City Chiefs. They know what's at stake, and they want to win it for their quarterback, Josh Allen, because they know there's a lot of talk about his legacy, that this is a legacy-defining game. You don't think they want to go out there and win it for their guy, their quarterback? Of course they do. So I think this defense is going to look a lot different. I think they show up. I think they come up with some critical stops. I think they make some big plays, and I think that's going to be the difference this year. And we know what they're going to do on the offensive side of the ball. They're going to be as perfect as they've been all year. And this year, I think the Buffalo Bills will finally get over that hump and will beat the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship game on Sunday. Looking forward to it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Really appreciate the love and support as always. Without you guys, none of this is possible. So I thank you guys on this lovely day here in Southern California. I'm sitting in the car. As you guys can see, it's a nice, beautiful day out here. And I just wanted to come on and share my thoughts about this game and what I think the defense needs to do and how impactful the defense has to be and how important it is for that defense to step up and make those big stops against this Kansas City Chiefs team. We'll see. And then, I think another thing, you can't let this game, stay close. You got to try to get up a couple of scores on the Kansas City Chiefs as well if you can. But we'll talk a little bit more about it as the game gets closer. The game is on Sunday. I still have a lot of content for you guys coming up. So, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button so you guys can, come back and keep up with all the content. But guys, till next time, you guys take care. We'll talk again very soon. Peace. Have a great day.